Let's build your officers' wellness across the board. You cannot build community trust unless you improve the department. You can't improve the department unless you build officer wellness. So ours is a three-pronged approach. Improve officer wellness, build department morale, improve community trust. So is it a quick fix? No, there's no such thing as a quick fix. We are a pebble in a pond. And every time we put a pebble in a pond in a department, that creates a ripple effect that will hopefully go through the whole department and better the department. 95% of the time, they need to use their mouth. So if they're not getting proper communications training, that department is looking at, potentially an incident because they're not ready to engage in high-pressure situations.
And when they came up with the ladder concept and basically the emotional intelligence component of this allows us to go, that's not what we're doing moving forward. That's not how law enforcement's going to be delivered. Given the tools to just sit in your car for a second and go, okay, I've got to get right with myself. I've got to compartmentalize what just happened, deal with that, get my frame of mind correct, and then go back. And that has worked. Our use of force have gone down, our complaints have gone down.
I think to make sure that you're always at the top of the ladder somewhere, not allowing yourself to go to the bottom because so many are watching, not only internally but externally.
We teach emotional intelligence is find out what are my hot buttons inside first, because if I start treating myself fairly, I'm going to treat you more fairly. Emotional intelligence is learned over watching people, learning from my parents, what's right, what's wrong. We learn from our peers in the police department and other. Emotional intelligence has been taught in corporations for many, many years, but it's rarely taught for public service professionals.
When they go to calls and they deal with people, that they got to keep their emotions in check and understand where they're going to be at on the emotional ladder. And then when you on the job, when you make a traffic stop, you go to domestic fight, you go to a robbery call, that you got to keep your emotions in check.
Use it.
The ladder is a great tool because it helps you identify what you're feeling at the time. It keeps you in the moment, and if you determine that you're at the lower end of the ladder, you can't stay there. You need to find your way back to the top, so that'll influence how you deal with people.
And the things that we learned on yesterday will help me to better interact with individuals on a daily basis, not only in my professional life, but also in my personal life.
Ladder. So recognizing, at the highest rung of the ladder is love, and while we'd all want to be there, even me as a police chief, I always cannot be at the top of that ladder. I'm also a human being.
To make sure you have an accountability partner, somebody when you're falling down on the ladder, they know how to come and pull you back up.
Racial intelligence is the practice of using emotional intelligence, social intelligence, and the right tools like the RITE ladder to see where I am at any given point. See, we go up and down the ladder all day long. We talk about the ladder a lot in this class because a visual is key to learning where I am. If I'm always living at the bottom of the ladder where anger, blame, frustration is, I'm angry. That means I'm going to treat you with that same anger. It's hard to cut a line between those two. But if I realize I'm angry, I can change that. It's better to feel, a place of love, gratitude, and joy and go into a call than it is to feel anger and go into that call. And that's what we're helping to teach these.
Right, this training is going to help officers keep their emotions in check, and maybe they need to recognize that their emotions sometimes get the best of them. And for that split second that they lose their emotions is when they get in trouble.
You're more mindful about what your attitude is and where you're at, so that it enables you to put yourself in a better place and get yourself back up on a higher rung on the ladder. Then you can deal with other people, no matter who they look like, who they love, or wherever they're from.
Because we keep it very simple, but the feedback is typically, I wish I had this years ago. I wish I had known that I was carrying this anger around for so long, because I probably would have treated people differently on the street.